but at the start
Hello. There we go. I'm a professional. That's why I have my microphone directly in my camera shot. To be fair, I had it set up for the board game and not for this intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Arydia, the past we've tried, and also just to my channel in general, which has taken more than a week off. Dang. Thank you so much for your continued support. Today, we have two things we're doing. Two things for this stream. Number one is probably the most important reason why I have not actually streamed Arydia in... Sorry, no, second most important reason. I have not streamed Arydia in 4 weeks. Oh boy, it's been a month. Sorry about that. So, yes, while I try and make sure that my toddler actually falls asleep, we're going to be showing something off. And I hope it shows up and looks good on camera. We're going to find out real quick whether or not it does. So here we go, looking for game to capture. This glorious surface is why I have not been streaming this game, whose label is right there. So I've been trying to put together a tabletop sim version of this game because I have a friend group who I've been playing the Haven games with, so Gloomhaven and now Frosthaven. We live... Two of us share a time zone, none of us live in the same state, and one of us lives in a completely different country. So... We're pretty spread out, so getting together a board game group in person is actually impossible, so instead we've been doing tabletop sim for our board game needs. And if you've watched my Legendary streams, and if you watched this stream in the past, you know that I have all these physical components. Like, I'm not trying to use tabletop sim to basically pirate the board game. I'm just using it because it's a very convenient way to play games online. Sorry, play board games online, which is necessary when your board game group is not in the same place as you are. So, what I've been doing with this whole thing is just trying to get the quick start guide put together so I can show off the game to my board game group and see how they like it. Obviously, this is a weird graphical glitch that I don't know that I care to fix, and I'll tell you why, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So, we have the table, we have the world map over here, we have all of our indexes, including the map tiles and all the cards. We have our combo threat tracker. You recognize all or most of this from the camera, from the screen. Here's the quick start guide itself, fully brought in, and then I am in the process of working through this. So we can add players. Depending on who clicks the button, they get assigned the boards, so you can do multi-hand mode. Like, these would all be controlled by one player in this case, because I clicked all the buttons. If somebody else were to join and be one of the other colors, then they could take over their own boards, but I'll just show off as many boards as I can. Once you have players in the game, you are given the option to start the game. And again, this is just going through the quick start guide, so I'm not going to put a ton of effort into mid-session or mid-campaign drop and join functionality. We'll keep it real simple. So you get the first event. This is the one that kicks off the whole thing. You read some flavor text, which we've already done as part of this channel's playthrough. And then you go to select your paths. And depending on how many boards you have access to, you can select that many paths, obviously. So let's do literally all the ones that we did not select as part of our campaign yet. And then once everybody has selected a path, once every board has a path, it pings over here because you can continue to select your characters. I'm going to do that in just a minute, but here we have all the boards that we just unlocked, including all of our items, all of our starting skills, our skill progression tree, all that good stuff. So now if you haven't... Oh, I haven't really showed this off on stream at all. This is what's kind of off camera, but now you can actually see all of this stuff that I have in front of me that I don't really show off because I don't really have a need to. I'm trying to keep the camera as uncluttered as I can. Yes, so everybody has a path. We move on to selecting our characters, and here's all the different characters. You could think of them like D&D species. They call them characters in this, and that's fine. And once again, this is going to go in order, so like if I want an Arcana, maybe if I'm going to play to type, which I did not do in the actual campaign, get an Arcana Fae. What is this? The rogue. Who'd be a good rogue? Let's do an elf? Let's do an elf. I'm trying to avoid halfling and fellish, because again, we have those as well. Up next we have Path of Inspiration. Oh, look at that, they actually have something on the box. So sure, let's do a Lunari Bard. Lubardi. And then finally, Path of Valor. Orc and Slin both play pretty well to type. Actually, so does Dwarf. These are all good. I think let's go Orc. Orc. And once again, it unpacks the character name, it unpacks the character skill, gives you the stat card. It also sets up your starting stats, the maxes and the current trackers. And the final thing that I just finished implementing this morning is you can select your avatar, and I'm hoping this works. There's a decent chance it'll choose the wrong sex, but yep, look at that. As I said, there's a decent chance. Working out the kinks on that one. Ooh, did not notice this before. That's interesting too. But I need to do one more thing too. You'll get to see this happen live. But it selects a little character figure using the chosen portrait, if it is bug-free. And then I want to paint the base color to be the same as the path color, so that it's easy, and I'll obviously rename the figurine so it's not quite so awkward. Yeah. Alright, so half of these are broken, and I'll have to figure out why, but that's not for you to worry about. And then, once everybody has that, I'll have a button up here to continue. We'll just get out all the names and titles. This area is a mess right now. It's all going to be hidden eventually. And then, yeah, it'll continue. And then you'll be able to play through the quick start scenario, which has you kind of figuring out the mechanics of the game and moving around in the guild camp, this one right here. Learning how events work, flipping tiles, all that good stuff. Oh, also... right. So I need to fix a bug. Good to know. Anyways, that's not what we're doing right now. So let's go ahead and reset this back to where it was. I just thought I'd show that off because I was excited about it, you know? But I think that's a good amount of time to spend on that. And now I have to figure out how to play Arydia again. I have not played it at all since we last played on camera, so we're going to do some stuff live. So I'm going to move the camera around a little bit, so I'm going to hide it just briefly. If I can figure out which one it is. Haha. We're going to move the camera to a place that is a little bit... Oh, I didn't plug in the other camera. That's on me. Which means I am going to have to bring the stream down briefly. I wish that weren't the case. But alas. Okay. Maybe. Maybe I can get it to work. So I do that, and I go, ho ho. I'm a genius. I'm not. I make no claims to this. Oh, my table's so messy too. Okay. You can tell that I was very prepared for this. Don't know where that was. I'm gonna have to take a look at my overlay to see where the stats are supposed to be right now. To make sure stuff hasn't shifted. Alright. Then we move random post-it notes that were put in my office for reasons. And then we move skill board that I don't need access to right now. And then we zoom in. Oh, I also need a light turned on. Move this out of the way. Now we can zoom in, right? Yes? Maybe. He's not happy with me. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that auto framing is off, because that's killed us in the past. What else? I think that's it. Okay. Now we have to move my small camera so you can see cards and such and whatnot. Alright, let's try that, and then we can adjust. Ooh, that is very zoomed in. We're gonna try and zoom that out. There we go. Normally I do all this setup before going online. Today was an exception for the showing off for the tech demo. We're good to go. I don't need headphones anymore. Okay. So here we are. We are back. We are back again. And the first thing I want to do is point out Zertle has no armor. Rix has very little armor. And we kind of need to fix that. So, also, okay, that makes sense. We are here, and the last thing we did was fight the lizards, which is why we have no armor, because they eat through it. And we have a job to turn in at Clifton Crossroads, so I kind of want to make my way possibly this way or this way. Either way, I want to explore this tile. Ooh, but there's also these tiles. But we have no travel tokens left. Okay, alright. Fair enough. We don't need my threat deck right now, but we do need my travel deck. Try to get... No, actually that's not the one we want on screen. This is the one we want on screen. Boom. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn in my Restoring Boon, which I can put right here. We fill up all of our tokens, or all of our potions and knapsacks, which was mostly already done, but hey, now we get to do more. And boy, do we have a lot of knapsacks and potions. I have not enough resource cubes to actually fill them all from one character. Okay, the next thing we do is repair all of our armor, which is great, because that's going to have me in the overlay for a long time. So we got this card from Dying. And this is kind of like a, hey, we see that you died. Would you like to try again? We also got 3K. And it's also like, would you like to try again, but easier? Slightly easier this time? Okay. So I'm going to fiddle with the overlay. Hooray. Okay, so all the numbers should be accurate now. I just need to actually repair. There we go. And then same thing for Zertle and his multitude of broken armor. There we go. My goodness, just literally every piece had at least some amount of damage on it. That is ridiculous. Oh, I broke one of them. Which one did I break? The right arm. Yep. Hid too many things. And hooray, we did the hard part. The hard part is over. Getting everything set up. Then we're going to spend a cube from Rix's pathfinding to get all of our travel tokens back. I suppose I could have waited, but whatever. And now, you got to figure out where we're going. I should probably explore this point at some point, but let's go into the forest. Luck of the road. Choose one. Refill one marker on a knapsack, or refresh the morale travel token, or lucky find. Gain 1k. I guess we're gaining a k, and then we're indexing this card. Also, I need to index this card. Very, very nice. I just realized I keep getting luck of the road by giving it a k to the beggar that I find on the road. And I think I've exclusively used it to gain 1k back. So it's like the worst the worst layaway ever. 0% interest. This is key item 101. Bam. Okay, and you don't have to draw again. Good, good. And we go up here. This is another forest path. Cutting wind. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Well, good thing we went through the forest. And we're going this plains path. I'm trying to remember. I think somebody in the next hex gives us speed back, but I don't know if we need it right now. Wings over water. Ooh, you see a winged creature wheeling over the water. Oh. One exile may pay one speed to shuffle this card back in with the top 5 cards of the travel deck, or discard this card. So I'm guessing this is how you fight the Caro on the water. I'm just guessing it's the Caro or whatever it is. But right now I think we're good. I'm just going to discard this card, keep moving. And we're going to go up the mountains. Nothing bad has ever happened up the mountains. Growling stomach. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Hey look, something bad happened up the mountains. We're just going to exhaust our travel token. Oh, wait. No, we're going to spend a speed. Because I want to explore. So everybody loses a speed. Okay. But we get to explore. Love exploring. Raven's Road. Have we heard anything about Raven's Road? Are we walking into a place that we're not at all equipped to fight? That is often the case, yes. Continuing up the mountain. You're so hungry that you need to take a break and eat some food. It's second breakfast. Alright, we each spend a speed again. And then I think we're going to use 2 knapsack cubes to just fully restore both of our speeds. I think that's the smart thing to do. And we explore another new tile. This is the Chell Foothills with Big 79, and there's a big skeleton of a T-Rex or a dragon or something. I'm sure that's fine for us. Big 79. Why did I come this way again? I mean, Big 79. I'm sure I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I won't have to retreat from another fight. It's fine. Everything is fine. Rocky Foothills. I thought his name was Balboa. Whoa! You found the bend? You round the bend and find yourself staring directly into the gaping maw of a dragon, its teeth the size of swords. Your heart races, even as you realize that it's only a skull. This dragon hasn't moved in years. To the southeast, you see stone-carved steps continuing up the mountain. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Sure. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go like that because we entered over here. And how are we doing on RP points? Okay, so Rix is going to be in the lead with Zertle getting RP points. So we're going to go POI 140 now. Right. I maybe should have not gone and done anything because Zertle has like a permanent -5 to his stats until we rest. Which is great, you know, and so it's great for us. Okay, let's see. You have -5 to all your rolls when you rest. Remove the slime marker. Okay. -5 is huge. Sun-bleached skull. You've come to the edge of a steep climb in the Rocky Mountain. A very large skull is here, looking somewhat absurd in the afternoon sun. Around the skull, someone appears to have built an impromptu workshop. Oh, nice. Let's look up at that mountain. Something colorful sways in the breeze high above, but it's too far away to make out clearly. Let's look at this skull a little bit more. Inspecting the skull, you see the bone has bleached to a very soft white. Gazing inside the jaws, you see something glowing blue. What's the blue thing? The glow is coming from the back of the dragon's skull, a fire glowing pale blue with the heat of a forge. Oh, okay. Well, we get an RP points anyways. I thought it was something magical. Workshop. Workbenches are bolted to the bony crest. Hammers and tools are neatly placed, and a barrel of water and a wheelbarrow sit ready for work. Deep inside the jaws of the skull, you can make out an anvil. It looks like a functional smithy. Very cool. No idea who runs this place, though, but maybe they're friendly. Either way, Turtle's gonna start taking the lead, and we're gonna go hut, 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 hut. Big 80. What? Oh no, 2 big tiles in a row. My setup is not equipped to handle this. Big 80 is pretty low down. Massive rib cage. Before you lies an enormous rib cage. Brightly colored cloths and banners of all kinds have been stretched taut between the ribs to form a shade structure. A small waterfall to the west feeds the stream that carries on past the skull. Oh right, this is stairs, so actually this tile goes away, and we're just on this one. What do you think? Should we investigate the rock first? I think we should investigate the rock first. Oh no. Goodbye, Rick. Or Zertle. Point of interest 141. Clifftop structure. You're standing before a colorful structure of sorts. To the north is a large boulder, and a small stream runs by, disappearing off the edge of the cliff face. Let's look at the stream. This source is a small spring coming up out of the rocks into a very nice pool for whoever resides in the patchwork house. Let's look at this boulder. Actually, no, let's look at the structure first. A structure has been constructed here using the giant ribs as supports, stretching fabric and garments to make a patchwork roof. It looks quite jolly despite the morbid foundation. Cool. Alright, let's look at this boulder. There's a large boulder here about the size of an ox perched precariously on the edge of the cliff. It looks like the boulder is freestanding. You might be able to push it. Push boulder requires a strength 20 check. Zertle is my strength character, and he is slammed, so I do not trust myself to do that at this time. So we're going to leave it alone, and we're going to go look at this thing, this structure. Medium 66. Watch as it's like, if you push the rock, you instantly defeat the following enemy. If you didn't push the rock, you are instantly dead. I'm just kidding. This isn't Gloomhaven. Where it's like, do you pick the flowers or not? Haha, you picked the flowers, you idiot. Now you're dead. How was I supposed to know? Anywho, odd house. You step inside to find an incredibly cozy and well-ordered home, natural and pleasing to the eye. A very large man is stooped over a workbench, grabbing tools and making minute motions with them, tinkering with something on his workbench. Very large man. NPC 202? Holy cow. Let's talk to the giant. 202 is a big number. Quire the Lapidary. He's an Eton man. Why couldn't we be Eton? He's jovial, he likes tinkering, and his quirk is that he's just so big. A giant of a man is here dressed in a fine purple suit. He's sitting at a workbench, large hands delicately handling a gemstone. Oh, I don't get many visitors. Hail and well met. There's a kettle on. Can I get you some tea? Perhaps I flatter myself thinking you're seeking a lapidary? By your pin, it looks like you're from the guild. You know what? We'd love some tea. He makes up a cup of tea for you and himself. It's floral scented and tastes of raspberry. Replenish all health once per day. Sweet. Let's replenish all of our health and mark that in the overlay. What is a lapidary? I seek out all manner of gemstones. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, friends. Hold on. Didn't I have a thing for this? I have a lot of things. Hmm. Sometimes I don't like their key system. Usually it's good, but there's a lot of things that you just kind of collect over time, and if you forget one of the triggers, like going back is going to be awkward, you know? Anyways, we have this lured amber, which says, I seek out all manner of gemstones. So we'll be able to talk to this guy further. Then make it my craft to cut and polish them until their beauty is revealed. I've also been learning the art of runecraft, which might be more to your use. What is runecraft? While I'm experienced in shaping stones, runecraft is new to me. It is quite an expensive endeavor, however, so I've been looking for a patron to help me get started. Let me know if you'd like to invest. Cost 21k. Oh my gosh. I think we're made of money? Guild. Perhaps I am naive, but it does seem an exciting way to meet new people and to bring joy to others, all with a good purpose. Kind of. I mean, you're a little naive. There's somebody who's killing everybody who is in the guild, so yeah, you're a little naive, but your heart's in the right place. Anyways, Lured Amber. An orange stone made of crystallized lurd. It's incredibly hard and refracts light beautifully. So now that we have this guy, we can draw event 209. Event 209. Lured Amber. What have we here? This is a rare thing. I know just the rune to inscribe on it. The rune is Sight, and would give you clarity of vision and focus. The price for this would be 21k. Alright, dude. Yeah, things were made of money. I see. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. Got all excited for nothing. Well, we'll just keep this lured amber and then say goodbye to our Etten friend. Goodbye, choir. Oh, hello there. NPC 202. I guess we leave now. Waste of my time. But when we come back, so what's the tile number here? This is K4. So I'm gonna put in my journal. I'm gonna put in my journal that we have to return to hex K4 with oodles of cash and no slimed debuff. And then we can maybe get something cool. I want to know what happens if I block off the stream. Like, is he going to be angry at me for that? Oh, that's the workshops right there. Would it would it blow up the workshop? Maybe I shouldn't push this boulder. It's a nice boulder. All right, we leave. We leave and we say good riddance. Okay. Um. Boy, that was a waste of time. I'll be real. Let's go down the hill. You pass this way easily. And then further down the hill. Ooh, familiar face. You recognize a small fellish rogue just ahead. Her eyes meet yours, then she takes off running in the opposite direction. You give chase. Choose an exile to check Endurance 12. What we're going to do, Rix, because Rix has a +7 and is fellish, so this all seems to be what Rix is going for. Oh, really? You got 10? Alright, I spend an RP point. We spend an RP point. I mean, they're there to be spent, right? So, might as well. We succeed on the check. If you catch her, draw event 105. Can do. Caught. You catch up to the fellish woman, her ears pulled back and lowered in fear. You recognize her as the one who hit you with the poison quill near Fort Prex. Oh, okay. I thought it had something to do with Rix's backstory, but no. I'm sorry. Listen, I didn't want to poison you. An exile with blonde hair, he paid me good coin. I have a family to think of, and please let me go. I won't harm you again. We don't need the antidote. Um, well, we've seen Rix's attitude before, and Rix is not generous. I don't care that you have a family. You shot us. Demand payback. Yes, of course. Here, it's all I have. I'm so sorry. She hands you a small bag of K and scampers away down the road. Gain 4K. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that puts us at 14. That's pretty good. It's not, 21 that I need, apparently. Banish travel 28 and banish this card. All right. I was kind of hoping, there'd be a consequence. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I was hoping for. So the question is, do we want to go like this? We do need to reveal at least one of these. Do we have the road open? I think that one's the road. So I might as well just go this way and go like that. And we need the whole road explored so we can do some of the jobs, which require an unbroken road line from one town to another. Speaking of towns, we still haven't found, was it Rivertown? Yeah, we still haven't found Rivertown. The mayor of which was doing that whole murder mystery thing with us, which I maintain, super fun. Highly recommend it. I think that's one of the most clever uses of this entire event key item NPC POI system. It felt really fun. I'm just shuffling my travel deck because we need a plains card. Nearby voice. You hear a voice calling from nearby. You may draw NPC 33 or discard this and draw again. Let's draw NPC 33. I don't remember. I feel like NPC 33 is worthless, but let's try NPC 33 and see what happens. We've never had this one. It's Fargon the Dearthling. His demeanor is confused and his actions are digging. He looks like that. I don't know who that is. A crack in the ground opens. A face stares up at you from the depths, looking confused. Hello? I hate to bother you, but do you happen to have any food? I'm rather hungry and a little lost. Uh, Zertle says sure. Cost is 1 marker from a knapsack. There we go. Flying fish knapsack. Oh, thank you. Flip this card. A hand reaches up out of the crack in the ground and takes the food. There's a loud chewing, then after a moment there's a loud belch. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. I'll be on my way then. Oh, but first, take this. We get an RP point, which I'm going to give to Rix here for reading. We gain a wooden pathless item, which... Oh, there are still items in here. Okay. Alright. What do we need out of a wooden chest? Something small, like maybe a potion or a knapsack or something? I don't think we need anything big, because that's probably just another wooden weapon, which we don't need. I got a scarred shoulder. It is a left shoulder piece for Rix, I guess. It's got 1 durability, but 2 armor. That didn't work, did it? No. There we go. Yep, that's the alignment. And then we need left shoulder undamaged. Boom. Okay. Easy peasy. And then banish travel 41 and banish this card. Okay. Weird. Very weird. I guess it's just a little loot goblin for you. Okay. Let's go on this road path over here. There's a small crowd. Just ahead, you see a small crowd gathered by the side of the road. No, we're not doing this. This is the arm wrestling tournament. So you may draw the event or discard this card. I'm going to discard this card. And we find Rivertown South. Okay, we found it. This is... Oh, it's got a point of interest and a big 21 marker. Yeah, the point of interest is probably the town, if I had to guess. And it is 808. Let's do that first. Oh, which is on its sea state already. Barricaded bridge. What is happening? As you approach the bridge, you see the way is blocked. Maethilion is back, but we still can't let anyone through. Our orders are to maintain this block barricade until the skeletons are dealt with. It could be dangerous to try and cross. We missed some backstory. Why is there a blockade? You look at the veritable mountain of crates and barrels piled upon the bridge. It effectively closes all passage north. Fair? Are you supposed to be able to go north from here? I guess there's like... I thought this was just a dock, but it must be an actual bridge? Okay. Mayor Thillion. Mayor Thillion is back from Daneburg, but he gave us strict orders not to let anyone through until the skeletons have been taken care of. Okay, what are these skeletons? You need to tell us more. We can't let anyone north as long as those skeletons keep coming. They need to be stopped at the source. Um, okay. Well, let's not try to cross, because it said it'd be dangerous. We have to appease the guards. I don't know what to do with this information. Okay. I guess let's head into town at Big 21. Very confused. goodness for mute buttons. Oh. Now, we did hear a rumor back near the very start of the game that people were fleeing from Rivertown, so I guess now we know why. There's some sort of undead horde. Rivertown South. A sense of foreboding fills you as you enter the quiet riverside town. Debris lines the roads, carts are overturned, and there's a sort of barricade on the bridge leading north. Something is terribly wrong here. Don't flip this map yet. First draw event 46. Okay, we'll just leave that there then. I feel like we're getting in the middle of something. Somebody else can deal with it. Nightmares. It doesn't take you long to figure out what is wrong in this town. As you draw into the buildings, you see something from your nightmares. Skeletons are walking and scratching at the doors of the nearby houses. The skeletons turn toward you, eyeless sockets locked in your direction. As they begin to shamble towards you, the front door of a house bursts open, and a halfling wielding an axe flies at the skeletons. You quickly join the fray. Ooh, flip Big 21, place party on M, and then flip this card. Okay, so there's going to be some setup that we need to get going here. We are on M. Fearless Zertle the halfling out front. Fearless Zertle, they call him. We need foe 59 and foe 60. I bet you there's a melee skeleton and a ranged skeleton. I was probably right. Yeah, Shambling Skeleton has a long axe, and Skeleton Archer has a bow, as you might expect. Oh, weird. Oh, there's a bunch of extra cards. Okay. Ooh. Oh, interesting. What is happening here? Huh. Oh, okay. So Shambling Skeleton, a Shambling Skeleton. Its movements are strange and unnatural, as if it was being controlled by an unseen force. Skeleton Archer. This skeleton moves more smoothly than the others. With a bony hand, it knocks an arrow, aiming down the shaft. Okay. We don't need our travel deck right now. We do not need our travel tokens right now. It's a little bit late for me to be starting a combat, but here we are. We're in combat. We do need our threat deck. And I'm wondering how high I can put that. I don't know why my camera just displayed some text on the screen. It makes me worry that they're about to go try and do something. Okay. Let's put that like that. That seems pretty good to me. I'm a little bit worried that I need to be in the houses, but I'm hoping I don't. Okay, actually, hold on. Let's go right there so I can have my threat deck right here. Perfect. And then I need the figures. Give me a minute. Yep, 59 and 60. Okay, so there's 2 melee skeletons coming on out. And 2 range skeletons coming on out. Green and brown are the melee. Sounds good. Didn't say there was a halfling somewhere nearby who's coming to help fight? And then I need the other 2 colors, which are blue and pink. All right. Get this on screen if I can. I think I need to zoom out just a tiny bit. Okay, as we do that, then this can come up even further. This can maybe get on screen. Yeah, that's good. We got threat deck on screen, and then we need our enemies. So these foes have a double-sided grid card. So what happens here? Start combat with this side up. Okay, good to know. But I noticed they become a pile of bones. This is going to be weird. We're all going to figure this out together. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Because when you kill them, they become a pile of bones. I guess these are just for me, so I know that the melee ones are mobs and the yellow ones are the ranged ones are brutes. They're yellow. Okay, good. Perfect. What the heck does ongoing mean? Oh, wild. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the camera here. The archer weak points, if you hit one, then their arrow range decreases by 4. It starts at 6, which is pretty long. But if you hit them in a weak point, it goes down to 4. And the ongoing means that's just permanent. If you hit them in another weak point, they would have, I guess, -2. I assume they only have 1 to prevent negative numbers. But look at that. That's cool. I'm learning new things in this fight. I'm excited for it. So we have all of that stuff placed, all of our enemies. Threat and combo is up. And now let's flip Nightmares over. Keep this card face up in play for the duration of this combat. Once each exile turn, you may use halfling attacks as a free action. Ooh, once each per exile turn. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down here. And we're going to have this basically right here, but I'm going to read it out first. So, for 2 combo, halfling attacks as a free action, choose one of the following. The halfling swings as X. Deal any skeleton a single point of damage, swinging from the right. The halfling stomps the bones. Stomp any pile of bones. Halfling has a strength of 4. Okay. Okay. So we can spend 2 combo for just an additional attack on any skeleton? Wow. That's pretty strong because this is a big area and he can just teleport. I'm excited for that too. Okay. We are all ready. Let's just get into it without further ado. We're gonna have enemy turn and then Zertle on deck. So enemy turn. Let's see what they do. The mob activates. That's going to be the 2 melee ones. And what do the melee ones do on 0 threat? They move up to 5 to the healthiest exile and they chop. That's fair. So, we start with number 1 here. Moving up to 5. The healthy exile is, in fact, Rix in the back. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't actually matter for this skeleton, but for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacks Rix. This is a blue die. Base 3 damage. Left hand. Well, Rix has 1 armor on left hand, so that takes a point damage. Rix takes 2 health. And this is left hand. No, not left arm. Left hand is now destroyed. Kept it as long as we could. But that's the end of green and brown. So now it is Zertle's turn. I'm trying to think of what the best thing to do would be. I kind of want to just gain a bunch of combo. Zertle has no mana? No. Zertle has 2 mana. Okay. Phew. Phew. Scared me. I also think these archers are going to be a pretty big problem, in all honesty. And Zertle's attacks are pretty bad against these skeletons. At least his basic attacks are. Which is funny, because, like, Cleric v Undead, you're supposed to win that fight. So, let's just get going, shall we? Oh. We're in a basic move. We're going to gain a combo. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I think I'm just going to basic move again. Gain a second combo. Go 1, 2. And then we're going to basic attack. It's not amazing, but if I can get one hit, then my future attacks become a lot better. So, yeah, that's what I got. That's what I've got. Let's do a basic attack. An 11 minus 5 is 6, plus 6 is 12, which is, as you can see, 2 hits, but only one of them matters because of this hit grid. Oh, you know what? I don't have to come in on this hit, or this slot, do I? I could go here and here. I don't want to hit the weak point. So, we go there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And that is Zertl's actions. But now we have 2 combo, which is exactly what I wanted because I want to test out this halfling. Who do I want to hit with the halfling? Oh. So I notice that the archer weak points are all where the halfling's going to have trouble getting to them. I can't help but feel that's intentional. So we're going to just hit this one. Just take out an armor slot for 2 combo. Why not, right? Then it's going to be the enemy turn with Rix on deck. Let's see what they do. All foes activate. Oh, goody. So once again, we have the regular skeletons are going to do move 5 to the healthiest exile and then do a chop attack. The healthiest exile is still Rix. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's just going to chop Rix. That is left shoulder, which just recently got some armor. So Rix is going to take 1, and the shoulder is all used up. Boom. Up next, we're going to have the archers, who, with 0 threat, are going to do move 4 and do an arrow attack against the healthiest exile. And we start with this one. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a range of 6, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While it's in range, it would have to pass through the corner of the building, so that doesn't work, and Rix is obviously out of range. This one goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, that tree's blocking line of sight there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zertle is perfectly in range. Boom. So let's do an attack against Zertle. An arrow attack is a red die base 2. Hit the table too hard, something fell out of a tray. That is head armor, which means Zertle takes no damage, but now my hood has no durability left. So easy, these things just... This armor just does not last. And that is every enemy. So it's Rix's turn, and what I would really love to do is start hamstringing the archers to decrease their range, but I don't know if Rix really has the ability to do that right now. There are just too many little skeletons around her. Hmm. None of them are grouped, so I can't do like a ricochet or a fire arrow. Hmm. Oh, my scythe is really good against the skeletons, though. If I can get within range. It's a long, long way to run. Let's see. What if I do my move 5? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts me in a tree, so I could not see anyone. Hey, oh, this is all difficult terrain, which is a problem. Hey, what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Then I'm at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I can staggering shot and actually pull it into. I wouldn't be able to get within scythe range, but I could actually start shooting them a little bit better. So I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, so we're going to basic move. We gain a combo. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by spending 1 speed. And then we can do a staggering shot, which immediately spends that 1 combo we got. Which is a bow attack with an additional range on it. Oh, and we're marking that one. 13 plus 7 is a dirty 20, which means we get the full line, which is on blue. 1, 2, 3. And then I can shift it too, so I do that. Then I'm going to use my swallowtail arrow for my quiver. To do another bow attack. Yeah. Hey, yeah. 4 plus 7 is 11. Oh, I'm within 1 of Zertle? Oh my gosh, this never happens. Zertle's going to use his focus and roll a die. 7 plus 7 and 14 minus 5 is 9. Rix gets plus 2 on that check. So my 11 becomes a 13. And 13 is enough for 2 hits, according to my bow. And those 2 hits are a particular target and the one to the right of it. We're going to go target and to the right. All of this gets removed. And we have a pile of bones. So it falls down like this, while the skeleton is a pile of bones, inert. Pays threat normally, cannot move or attack, can be shifted. See Rise and Stomp below. You may move through this foe's square. If you end on a square, move to the nearest unoccupied traversable square. If any foe uses Rise, flip this card and stand up this foe's miniature. It is reanimated with no wounds and no armor. It does nothing else this turn. Stomp. As a minor action, an adjacent exile may check Strength 14. If they succeed, defeat this foe. Healing. If you heal this foe for one or more, you defeat this foe. This foe is considered an ally for any healing effect. That's so cool. I love that. Wait a minute. Is healing always supposed to be in play? Huh. Interesting. So yeah, no, I think it's only while it's a pile of bones. Right. It says that. I do believe it's still marked, but this means any amount of healing means we get to avoid this strength 14 check to just automatically kill the thing. And I honestly might do that with a potion because that would be easy. It would be so easy. Okay. That was Rix's turn, and I think that was awesome. It's now the enemy turn with with Zertle on deck. Mob. These are basic skeletons. The healthiest exile in range is Rix. I mean, they're tied, but we start with this one who goes brains. And this is a blue attack for base 3. On the right hand, so once again, Rix blocks 1, takes 2, goes to 5. And the right hand slot is Deadsies. And then the other one goes, and now the closest exile. Oh, right, I forgot a particular thing. I forgot that they're not just stupid. They're not just idiots. Their target priority also stipulates if there's a foe within range, then that's the all foes within range are targeted before foes outside of range, you know? So healthiest exile that you could reach with an attack this turn is the actual targeting priority. I did that wrong. One of these skeletons should have been able to attack Zertle, like this one. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do an attack on Zertle just to get that out of the way. So that is right shoulder. Zertle would have taken 1, going to 6. Okay. Whew, it's getting warm in this room. Hopefully we can finish this combat pretty quick, because I do need to go soon. Okay. That threw me off a little bit, but we are on to this one's turn. Yes, because this is brown. So we can move 5. Is there anything it can reach with 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So it will go after Zertle because he is the most healthy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it can't reach either of the others. And now we have Zertle's turn. It's a Zertle turn. Hmm. Okay, so that's adjacent. I'm wondering what I want to do. Actually, I know exactly what I want to do. Yeah, sort of. We're going to use stratagem with Zertle. We pay a cube, we just gain a combo. Lovely. An exile within range 3 heals for 1. I'm going to choose Rix. And there's a free action, by the way, and then shift a creature up to 2 squares. So I think I'm just going to go like that. Yeah. And then I would love to leave the halfling up, but I'm going to spend my combo to pummel. Because I can just hit 2 birds with 1 stone here. What's my best attack? Okay, yeah, it's just taking out the armor. Armor's annoying. Nobody likes it. Then I'm going to basic move, gaining a combo. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to use my final action and a charge from my potion to heal this pile of bones for 1, thus defeating it. Bam. That's Zertle's turn. Enemy turn with Rix on deck. They gain 1 threat. For the first time this combat, they have threat. Honestly, shocking. Shocked it took so long. Most of my fights, they get that so much sooner. So now we have some foes here. And I have to decide how I want to deal with them. Oh. Okay, one downside of Zertle's action is I could have ricocheted before, and now I cannot because they're no longer adjacent to each other. But if I staggering shot, they will be. I just don't have nearly enough combo to make that happen. So there's that. Let's see. Yeah, I can't make that happen. Nope. So what should I do instead? Cursed with indecision right now. I think I just shoot one of them. Possibly twice. Ooh. Okay, alright. Plan is formulating. Yeah, so if I scythe and hit this diagonal. Oh yeah, my scythe is not on the overlay. Whoops. The scythe is diagonal. So if I hit this diagonal with my attack and then get to bow range and shoot like this, it goes through the critical point and hits the final health. So I can actually knock it out here. I just need to get it to range minimum 3. So we're going to basic move. as is our wont. Go 1, 2, 3. Pivot. This is the target that we're going for. This guy right here. Oh, wait, no. Before we basic move. Hold on now. Let's do this the smart way. Scythe attack first. This is also an endurance-based attack. 11 plus 7 is 18. So not quite a crit, but I don't need it to be. Sorry, not quite a dirty crit, but I don't need it to be. Because I'm going there and there. Then I do my basic move and go 1, 2, 3. Gain a combo. And we're going to basic attack. And I literally just need 2 hits. So please don't roll a 1. Okay. Now I roll a dirty crit. Love it. So an adjusted 22 there. I hit there. I go down here. I go through the critical point, which gets me to there. The weak point does not trigger even when they turn into a pile of bones. So we just get to flip this, and he goes blip. Now I just need Zertle to go on in and deliver the killing blow with a potion. Speaking of Zertle, it's the faux turn with Zertle on deck. The brutes go. What do the brutes do on 1 threat? Oh, more damage. So they spend their 1 threat. And they still move up to 4. They're targeting the healthiest exile in range 6, and they're going to do base 3. The healthiest exile in range is a tie, so I think they're just going to go for the closest, who's already in range. Rar. And this is a red die. Base 3. That is Zertle's right shoulder, which is already consumed, so that's 3 damage to the face. 1, 2, 3. Ouchie. But now Zertle gets to do whatever he wants on his turn. I kind of wish my staff had, range to hit diagonals. That'd be very convenient. As it stands, Zertle is going to basic move, gaining a combo, going to here. Yeah, this seems fine. And then I'm going to use another charge from my potion to just insta-give this thing. I just don't want to take any chances, And then I have one more action, and I could just pummel. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, okay, I had a great idea. Instead of using my potion, I'm going to do the free action halfling to try and stomp on the pile of bones first. So they have a strength of 4, you need to get a 14. Alright, I failed. Now I use my potion. So I just figure I might as well try to use the free stomp instead of a charge for my potion if I have the option. And then I am going to pummel. I'm going to spend my last combo point to pummel the skeleton next to me. And I think I'm just going to swoop in from the side. Okay. That sounds good to me. And I realize I probably should have had Zertle maybe heal himself. Kind of forgot how low he was. Oh well. Faux turn with Rix on deck. Ooh, they gain 2 threats because there's no boss. It's an interesting dynamic. The more types of enemies you have, the less threat they gain. So they're going to activate far more often, but their abilities are going to be generally weaker. I like that. I like that. Rix's turn. And I suspect what I'm supposed to do is just shoot this skeleton. Not worry about the that one. Yeah, so let's basic move to here, which means I'm out of line of sight of that one. And we gain a combo. Oh wait, that puts me out of line of sight of that one too. Never mind. Basic move to here. It's fine. It's fine. And if I go here, then he is still in line of sight, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's perfect range. I attack with my bow. I roll a die. I knock this guy off the platform. That's another adjusted 21, which is actually great here. Because I go bleep, blorp, bloop. Very nice. And then I attack again. Just at 18, that'll do. I hit that. He becomes a pile of bones again. And that's Rix's turn. So we do enemy turn, Zertle on deck, and I think we're about to wrap up this combat. I hope. Hope we're about to wrap up this combat. Enemy turn. 2 threat. Okay. So we need to go stomp this now so it doesn't revive because the archer is about to do a rise ability if it activates. Granted, brutes don't activate very often. Okay. Still. Zertle. Position. Heal that pile of bones. Zertle's going to... Yeah, he's going to basic move to here. Gaining a combo. Ooh. Do I spend the combo to have the halfling smash? I try to heal myself. No, I try to heal the skeleton. Ah, oh, it's a free action, though. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. I spend 2 combo to see if the halfling can smash. That is a 13 plus 4 is 17, which is greater than 14. Smashy, smashy. And finally, 1 skeleton left. Zertle has 2 actions and would like to heal. But who would Zertle like to heal? Himself. The answer is himself. I'm going to use my... Ooh. I'm going to use my Balm ability, so I put a cube on myself, and I will heal 3 at the start of my next turn. Then I think I'm going to basic move. And go 1, 2, 3. Force the skeleton to move. It wants to attack me in particular. Yeah, that seems fine. And we get a combo out of that. There we go. Didn't need to change my combo. Do need to adjust the threat, though. And enemy turn, Rick's on deck. I'm hoping we're in the endgame now, Tony. Get's Curse. A haze congeals into the ghostly figure of Get the pirate. Well, now, I said you'd pay, didn't I? I need to be appeased. A bit of treasure or a bit of life, your choice. An active player chooses. The party must pay 5k total, banish this card and draw again, or each exile loses 1 health and then discard this and draw again. We're going to lose 1 health, I guess. Ouch. Can't believe this guy cursed us for trying to follow clues, you know? And then we draw again. Oh, wow. The brutes activate. Okay. Who is the... So he targets the furthest away that he can actually reach. He has a range of 6 and a move of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, getting just there is 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough to be, or to have line of sight without going through the tree. And that is easily within range 6, so Zertle's the target. And this is red die with 2 plus 2 is 4. Zertle may just die here. Oh, yes, Zertle dies here. Okay. Okay. Settle down. Zertle falls down, goes, ow. Why me? Why me? Right, and they spent 3 threats on that attack. Okay, up next is Rick's. Because Rise does nothing. So we just let Rick's go. Is the Scythe a good attack in this instance? Yes. Yes, it is. I use the Scythe. Oh, a 2? Even with plus 7, that's only a 9? Wait. Only need 2 hits, right? Yeah, no matter what, I only need 2 hits. So I'm just going to use an RP point to make that into a 12, and a total adjusted 12. And we're going to go here, here. Here, here. Because I want to decrease their range by a substantial margin. Okay. Attack number 2, also with the Scythe. We're rolling. That is a adjusted 15. That's much better. And we're going to hit here and here, which goes to that critical point, which means I also hit the one above it. And boy, do I wish this guy were marked so I could just deal the last point of damage right now. But maybe this is better because now... Oh wait, nothing can use Rise. Nothing can rise. Huh. I'm amazed the card doesn't say, like, if there's nobody else to do a Rise ability, then... Huh. Oh well, doesn't matter. I have a minor action which I'm going to use. Oh, I'm going to use to do a basic move which gains us a threat. I don't actually even care where I end up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Sure, why not? Then we're going to do the halfling attack, paying two combo, and just hitting that last spot, which knocks it down. And now nobody is available to do the rise ability, so I think we just win? Yeah. Like, is there any point in me playing this out? It doesn't say I get to just stop, but I don't think there's any point in me playing it out. So, because eventually we'll succeed at this strength check. Yeah. So I'm just going to say, victory. Declare victory. Let's get our rewards from this. I'm hoping for a lot of money. If you win this combat, good work, the halfling barks. Come in and talk. He heads into the blue roofed building. The blue roofed building. Zertle heals for 3, by the way. With his balm ability. Boy, that ability is balm. Sorry, that was an amazing joke. Add travel 21 to the bottom of the travel discard pile and then banish this card. Travel 21. We also get 4 experience total. So let's see. I can just do a 3 and a 1. Easy enough. Suppose I also could have just turned both 3s into 5s. But it's fine. We also get to roll the die twice for money loots. So a 9 gets us 1k, unfortunately. And then a 7 gets us 1k. I was really hoping for more than 1k. I need money. I'm poor. Also, a 20 would have been nice to just get stone pathless items, but I guess that's just not something we do here. Alright. Well, good game. Good game. Yeah. Let's mark that Zertle has health again. Oh, actually never marked that he went down to 0. No, well. And I need to go, so we're going to do a quick sign off. So, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of my streams. I'm going to list the times in US and Canada Pacific time. So on Mondays at 1 p.m., I stream Pal World. Mondays at 10:30 p.m., I stream Final Fantasy VII, the original, not the remake. I hope to get there someday, but right now, we're feeling some nostalgia times. To 1 p.m. on Wednesdays, we do more Pal World, until we, finish it off or get bored of it. One of the two things is going to happen pretty soon. On Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., we play Arydia, The Paths We Dare Tread, which is the game you just witnessed. So it's like a TTRPG in a box kind of situation. And it's really, really solid. It's just a really good game. I am planning to kind of splice together some of my videos so far to make a really short review video, because I think this game deserves that effort. But really, like, the components are all fantastic. I highly recommend, just for the components, The designers of this game put a lot of work into the components, and it really shows. Like, there's a lot of love put into that. Mechanically, super fun game. The combat. We'll talk about auto combat first, because I have less strong thoughts on that. Um, Out of combat, it's really really good. Like when you get the quests that are not all about combat, uh, I think it's super fun how they put those together mechanically. Um, I think they do a lot of really fun things with the components that they've built. So yeah, there was an episode that I did not that long ago, which was a murder mystery, and I highly, highly recommend it. It was just really fun. Of the combat, I don't know. I think it has some really, really cool and interesting and new thoughts going into it. Like these are mechanics that I've never seen before, for like the attack patterns and the hit points and all that. And I think that's really cool. I think that one problem, it becomes a little overwhelming when you have to worry about like, here's my target grid of what I can even target with my attack, and then separate from that, here's my hit grid, or here's the enemy's hit grid and my attack pattern. What spaces can I hit? It becomes just this huge amount of information that you're chugging through every single turn, and that can get a little overwhelming pretty quick. I also feel like, I don't know. I I recognize that in a lot of ways I roll poorly. I don't know why. Um, but I just feel like a lot of the combats come right down to the wire, and that's cool some of the time. I think it happens just too much of the time. And I think it's part of just the encounters have a set level. Like this was a level 4 encounter, so us being level 6, we were over leveled. Which was why it probably felt a little easy. But when you are at the level of combat you're supposed to be at, it's hard. It's really hard. And part of that is just your armor sucks. Like most things have 1 or 2, if you're lucky, durability, and things are hitting pretty consistently and breaking through your armor. You're still taking damage past your armor. I don't know. I feel like there's some balancing that needs to happen there. And I know the designer of the game, like his official stance is, if you find it too hard or too easy, just house rule it. Do what you need to do to make the game fun for you. And I think that's a fantastic approach. But I'm trying to model the game as it is, and I do think it's a little on the hard side for me. Then again, I play Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, so I don't know. But then again, there are lots of people who say Gloomhaven and Frosthaven are super easy games, and they're like, well, if you play the rules as written, then it's super OP to do such and such. And I'm like, I don't find anything in that game super OP. I'm just rambling now. I need to stop. I need to go. Anyways, game is great. I'm going to release a review video with all these thoughts. Honestly, preliminary, just off the top of my head rating without diving too deep, 9 out of 10. Like my quibbles with combat, that was fun to say. My quibbles with combat are not major problems, and especially with just like full blessing from the designer to be like, do what you need to do to make it fun. Do what you need to do to make it fun, man. Okay, I'm gonna stop my ramble now. There is a crowdfunding campaign going right now. If you're watching this roughly when this video goes live, so feel free to go check that out. It's the second printing of Arydia. I do think I'm not sponsored anyway, but I do think you should go give your support because this game deserves it. this is a labor of love, and it really shows, and I'm enjoying the crap out of it. uh, so go there. You can tell them I sent you, but that won't mean anything to them. And yeah, look forward to more of that tabletop sim content. Just demoing in the future as I get it more developed and ready to go, more polished. Right, and this was all just the spiel for Friday streams. Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and export to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. If you're already watching on YouTube, hello YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Just the fact that you're here watching is a huge huge validation for the stream, you know? I'm still going to play the game because I'm using this stream as a way to force myself to play through these games that I've accumulated. But having someone actually watching it, see number go up. I like seeing number go up. uh, and then any other things you can do metrics wise is obviously super appreciated. The giving likes, comments, and chatting. Subscribing and following, these are all huge things for me. They are how you tell me you like the content that I'm producing, and that's what I'm going for. I want to produce content that you enjoy. And that's where we are now. So everybody, thanks for doing all those things, but especially watching. Thank you for just being here. Keep on being you, and I will see you all next time.